365 Sports set up the water slide down Hospital Hill here. It was about half a kilometer long or so. And they had a few other activities or events, and one of them was a 3-story jump at a platform. It was about 30 feet in the air, and a pump is pumping air into this big cushion. And people are paying to jump off into the air. Sounds like a great idea, right? And I noticed the guy volunteering at the top. And I go, oh, I know that guy, and he's helping everybody, and there's a few people turning back and going down, and I don't like heights, And he looks over and he sees me as there's a lull, and he goes, Dan! I'm like, is he talking to me? I'm looking around, I'm not quite sure. And he's calling again, and he says, come here. I'm going, me? He goes, yeah, you, get up here. I'm thinking, what? And so the lady running, she goes, you better get up there. I'm going, okay, I'm glad it doesn't look so bad. I get to the top, and all of a sudden, as you're looking at the rooftops of the neighborhood, you're going, this doesn't look so good all of a sudden. And I remember as my turn was coming, how uncomfortable and how horrible that moment was. And he says, okay, it's your turn. So I figure I'm going to go to the edge. I look down, and it's a lot farther down than it looks up. And I'm thinking, how am I supposed to land in this thing? Brady made it look easy. He just runs and flips in the air and lands on it. I'm going, I'm going to break my neck. I just know it. What do I do? And I thought, I'm going to stand here forever, because I've been on that as a child on the diving board. You're waiting and you just don't go. I've had those moments that I've just froze, and I thought, this is going to happen again. I'm just going to go. And I remember taking a breath and throwing my leg out, because that was the only option. It was like me pushing myself off. And I flew through the air, landed, it's all fine. And I remember that moment of decision and thinking, you just got to do it. And I threw myself off. That moment there. I think one of the greatest things I believe we have to realize is that fear will never motivate you to love God and honor Him with your life. It will never. You can't serve God in fear, and if you try, you will fail. I think that is one of the main points here for us. And you might listen to what I just said and think, but Pastor Dan, doesn't the Bible tell us that we need to have the fear of the Lord? And yes, there are many places in the Bible that talks about that, but is being afraid of God and the fear of the Lord the same thing? You see, they were afraid and they withdrew and they stood at a distance while Moses went in. And there is a difference between the two. The fear of the Lord is a love, it's a respect, it's a reverence for God. And it will cause you to say, how could I ever do this? I don't want to disappoint God. I want my life to please Him. He's been so good after all He has done. How could I do blank and displease Him with my life? I don't want to do that. I love Him too much.